I'm Kim, and welcome to a gentle yoga class. Let's start in a nice comfortable seated position, maybe elevating your hips on a foam block like I'm sitting on, or you could just sit on a pillow, a blanket, a bolster, whatever's comfortable for you. And then once you're in a comfortable seated position, think about actually sitting well. Nice long tall spine, shoulders back and down, long neck. Maybe press your head against your hand to get your neck into better alignment, because the neck still tends to be tilted forward just a little bit. So once you're comfortable sitting comfortably and well, let's either close your eyes or gaze gently at the floor and listen to your breath for just a few moments. Your palms can be face down for relaxation, face up for a little more energizing. And listen to your breath. If your breath is short or shallow, maybe try lengthening your inhales and your exhales. Maybe to a count of 4 on an inhale, 4 on an exhale, whatever's comfortable for you. And try breathing in and out through your nose and tap into your parasympathetic nervous system. Take another nice inhale. And on an exhale, lower your chin to your chest. Inhale, roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, roll your left ear to your left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Do a few of these at your own speed with your own breath. Inhaling ear to shoulder, exhaling chin to chest. Then come to center with your chin to your chest. And on an inhale, roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Straighten your left arm, flex your left hand for a nice left side of your neck stretch. And then if you'd like to, place a little pressure on the outside of your head with your right hand to stretch just a little bit more, only if it's comfortable. And take a breath. And inhale, release your hand from your head. Roll your chin to your chest, over your left ear to your left shoulder. Straighten your right arm, flex your right hand. Get a nice stretch here. You can apply a little pressure to the outside of your head with your left hand, and take a breath. Then inhale, release your hand from your head, roll your chin to your chest, and then bring your head straight forward. Let's do a few big shoulder rolls. Inhaling up, back and down, up, back and down. And change direction. And come to stillness. Now tent your fingers out beside you, and on an inhale, reach up for the sky. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. This time, when you inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over to your right side. We'll be opposites right now. Inhale, center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, center. Do a few of these at your own speed. Inhaling at center, exhaling when you fold over. One more each side. Now inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist your torso to the right and lower your hands for a gentle twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist your torso to the left. Lower your hands. Again, do a few of these at your own speed with your own breath. Exhaling in the twist. Inhaling at center. One more each side. Now inhale, reach for the sky. Then alternate like you're climbing a rope, reaching with alternating hands, really stretching your sides, reaching, reaching. One more each hand. Then bring your hands down. And if you're elevated on a block or a bolster, remove whatever you're elevated on and put it to the side. And if your ankles are crossed one way, cross them the other. Mix it up. And then inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips flat back. And let's stay in this fold over for a couple of breaths, nice deep breaths. Next inhale, use your hands to walk yourself back up. And let's do a few waist rotations. Inhaling, roll forward with your waist around a big circle. Exhale around to the back. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the back. One direction. And then change direction. And then come to stillness and straighten your legs out in front of you. Flex your feet, activate your legs with a little bit of tension. Sit up nice and tall on your sits bones. Maybe lift yourself up with your hands. Try and sit so tall with your spine that maybe your hands don't touch the mat. Then again, check your neck to make sure it's not tilted forward. Nice long neck. And inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, flat back, fold over. Take a nice inhale and exhale here a couple of times. Then inhale, use your hands to walk yourself back up and place your hands beside your hips, but back a little bit behind you. Maybe scoot your heels out just a little bit further and press up into reverse plank, which is here. I'll turn to the side so you can see it a little better. Here. And if this isn't comfortable for you, you could do reverse tabletop, which is here. So wherever you are, hold it for a few breaths. If you're in plank, you can look down at your feet or up at the ceiling, whatever's comfortable for you. Exhale, lower your hips back down to the mat. I'm going to turn back this direction. And then bring your right foot in like you're going to cross your ankles. Bring, your left foot in, your right foot out. Like you have two 90-degree angles here. So this should be your left foot, and this should be your right foot. Then on inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist your torso to the left this time and lower your hands. And we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths, so make small adjustments. Maybe press a little bit more on the outside of your left knee with your right hand to twist just a little bit more on an exhale. Try and look back over towards the back of your room, over your left shoulder. And look back over your right shoulder towards the front of the room or towards the screen. And look back over your left shoulder one more time. And inhale, reverse your twist to the other side. And inhale back to center and come up on your knees. And straighten your right leg. We'll be opposite again right now. Then inhale, reach up with your left arm. And exhale over your right leg for gate pose. Take a breath here. Then inhale, reach up and over with your left hand to the mat and up and over with your right arm. Really press your right foot into the mat. Reach with your right hand for the opposite wall. And your next inhale, do a big slow circle with your arm up and around in a big slow circle, one direction. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And change direction. And then come to stillness with your hand on your waist and get nice and sturdy on your left hand to support yourself for some leg lifts. So inhale up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more, up, down. And inhale up one more time with your left arm and over your right leg. Exhale. And inhale, reach up and over with your left hand down to the mat. Back to both your knees, and then come down this time with your right foot in this time like you're going to cross your ankles, and your left foot out. So 2 90-degree angles this way. Once you're situated, inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist your torso to the right, lower your hands. And again, make small adjustments. Try and twist just a little bit more on the exhale. Look a little further over your right shoulder towards the back of the room. Then look over your left shoulder towards the front of the room. Take a breath. And look back over your right shoulder towards the back again. Then inhale, reverse your twist to the other side. And inhale back to center and come up to your knees again. And this time straighten your left leg. And inhale, reach up with your right arm. Exhale over your left leg for gate pose on this side. Take a breath here. And inhale, reach up and over with your right arm towards the mat, and reach up and over with your left arm. Really lengthen your left side. Then big slow circles, inhaling up, exhaling down. And then change direction. And then come to stillness with your hand on your waist again. And get nice and sturdy on your right hand so you can do leg lifts on this side. Inhaling up and down, up and down, up, up, up. And one more, up. And inhale one more time with your right arm and over your left leg again. Reach up and over with your right arm. Bring your knees in, and let's go to tabletop. And establish a nice sturdy tabletop with your wrists under your shoulders. Nice long neck, not sunken down or cranked back. And then once you're situated in a nice tabletop, take an inhale. And exhale, look over your right shoulder at your right ankle, right heel, right foot. Really get a good left side stretch. Inhale to center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder at your left foot, left heel. Inhale to center. Exhale to your right side. Do a few of these at your own speed with your own breath. Inhaling center. Exhaling, looking over your shoulder. Then come to stillness, and on an inhale, raise your head and your tailbone for cow. Try not to compress your back, but really elongate your abdominal muscles. So inhale into cow, and then exhale into cat. Again, do a few of these at your own speed with your own breath. Inhaling into cow, exhaling into cat. Then come to stillness and straighten your right leg behind you and flex your foot. Really press your heel towards that back wall. Get a good calf stretch. Then put your right knee on the mat and straighten your left leg. Get a good calf stretch on this side. Then lift your left leg straight up and your right arm straight out. And really reach with your right hand. Press with your left heel. Really reach and press, elongate your back. Exhale, lower your hand and knee to the mat. Then alternate, lift your left arm, right leg. Exhale to the mat. Alternate, right arm, left leg. Exhale, left arm, right leg. To the mat. One more each side. Let's press back into child's pose for a few breaths. Now look between your hands and walk your hands over to the right side of your mat and cross your left hand on top of your right hand and take a breath here. Walk your hands back to the center of your mat and over to the left side of your mat. Take a breath here. Then walk your hands back to the center of the mat and press them into tabletop again. And then take your hands up to the top corners of your mat and melt down into puppy pose. Maybe scoot your knees back just a little bit to keep them under your hips. And take a couple of deep inhales and exhales here. Next inhale, look between your hands and slide forward onto your stomach. For Sphinx pose. And spread all your fingers wide apart so you can really grip the mat. If you're having any back discomfort, you could separate your legs a little bit. They don't have to be right beside each other. Want your elbows right under your shoulders. And once you get situated, use your fingers to grip the mat and shrug yourself forward on your hip bones just a little bit more to activate your abdominal muscles just a little bit more. Try not to compress your lower back, so if you feel any discomfort there, lower down a little bit in Sphinx. Let's take a few breaths here. You can do anything you like with your head. You can look around, you can look down, but try not to lower your shoulders if you look down. You can try shrugging alternate shoulders forward, one at a time, right shoulder, back, left shoulder. See how that feels? Now let's let's lower down and just do a few push-ups at your own speed, knee push-ups at your own speed, maybe around 5 to 10, whatever's comfortable for you. And knee push-ups are more gentle. So do these at your own speed. And then press back again into child's pose. Next inhale, press up into tabletop and into downward dog. And establish a nice solid downward dog. Heels pressing towards the mat, hip bones lifting towards the ceiling, nice long neck. Maybe you're trying to reach your spine with your belly button, pulling it in. And then walk your dog. Press one heel as far down as you can, lift the other one as high as you can. Big slow walks. Then come to stillness. And on an inhale, look between your hands. Bring your left foot through for a low lunge with your knee off the mat if possible. If not, your knee could be on the mat. Then once you're situated, take an inhale. Exhale, twist your torso to the right, straighten your arms. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist your torso to the left, straighten your arms. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower your knee to the mat if it's up. Go a little deeper into your lunge. And exhale back into a hamstring stretch. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, back. One more. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, back. This time we're going to hold it here for a breath or two, so make small adjustments. If your left foot isn't already flexed, try that. Check your back that it's as flat as it can be. And breathe. And your next inhale, come back forward into your lunge and walk your foot over to the right side of your mat and lower your knee down for pigeon. So the first way to get into pigeon. Your back leg here can be straight in pigeon, or it can be bent to any degree, and you'll get the same effect. So whatever's comfortable for you for pigeon. The main thing in pigeon is to make sure that your hips are as level as they can be, so that when you lift your hands, you don't tip over. If you do tip over, on this side, you want to put something under your right hip, like a blanket, a pillow, something like that. So check your balance. Take a nice inhale and exhale, slowly walk down. We're going to be here for a couple of breaths, so make small adjustments. Flex your left foot if you're not already. Try and lower your right hip closer to the mat. And breathe. Next inhale, use your hands to walk yourself back up to pigeon and press back into downward dog again. And this time in downward dog, on an inhale, come up on your tippy toes. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And now look between your hands and bring your right foot through for a low lunge. Again, if you can keep your knee off the mat, that's great. If not, you can lower to the mat, that's fine too. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist your torso to the right this time. Inhale, center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, lower your knee to the mat. Go a little deeper into your lunge on an inhale. And exhale back into hamstring stretch. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, back. One more. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, back. You're going to stay here for a few breaths, so make small adjustments again. Flex your right foot if you're not already. Flatten your back a little bit more if you can. And breathe. Next, inhale, come forward onto your right foot, walk it over to the left side of your mat, and lower your knee, your right knee down to the mat for pigeon on this side. And again, your back leg could be straight or bent to any degree. If it is straight, take a peek back and look and make sure it's as straight as it can be, not sickling in any direction. And then check your balance in your hips, that you can stay stable when you lift your hands. And on this side, if you tip over, you'll probably need to put something under your right hip, like a blanket or a bolster, pillow. And then once you're situated, take a nice inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. And on this side, small adjustments you can make are flexing your right foot, trying to lower your left hip closer to the mat. Take some deep, nourishing inhales here and cleansing exhales. Next, inhale. Use your hands to prop yourself back up into pigeon. And then press back into downward dog. One more time. Take a couple of deep inhales and exhales here, really lengthening your spine, pressing your hip bones towards the ceiling, pressing your belly button towards your spine, lengthening your neck. And look between your hands and walk your feet up, right foot, right foot, for a forward fold. Then place your left hand on the mat, bend your left knee, reach up with your right arm for a twist. Grasp your right ankle if you can. Exhale, lower your right hand to the mat, bend your right knee. Reach up with your left arm for a twist. Grasp your left ankle if you can. Exhale, lower your left hand to the mat. Then on an inhale, hinge at your hips, bend your knees if you need to, reach all the way up for the sky. Little back bend on an exhale. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, hands heart center. Let's establish a nice solid Tadasana before we move along. By your feet, you want about hip width apart. And you want to lift all your toes off the mat and then slowly put them down. Pinky toe first, then the other toes one at a time. And you come up on your tippy toes to ground down into your heels so you feel all the parts of your foot grounded in and solid. Want a little tension in your legs. A nice neutral pelvis, not anterior tilt or posterior tilted, neutral pelvis. Your shoulders, you want to roll up, back, and down because that brings your neck into better alignment also, because the neck still tends to be tilted forward. So again, you might want to press your head against your hand to get it in really good alignment. And then the final touch is you want to feel like there's a string lifting you out of the top of your head, really lengthening your whole body and your spine in particular. And your hands can be relaxed. And take a few breaths here to enjoy this strong Tadasana or mountain pose. Okay, on our next inhale, we're going to come up on our tippy toes and reach for the sky. And exhale down into chair pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, up. Exhale, chair. And then stay here. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist your torso to the left and prop your elbow on your knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist your torso to the right. Inhale back to center. Sit a little deeper on an exhale. And inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands heart center. Again, inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands heart center. One more. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands heart center. Okay, now you might want to, for the next portion, turn your mat sideways like mine is if you want to stay on your mat, or if you're fine not being on your mat, your feet will probably be a lot of the times outside off your mat. So whichever you want to do is fine. So once you're positioned, you're going to start into Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold to your left. We're going to be mirroring this time, so you should feel like you're looking in a mirror. Then inhale, center. Exhale to your right. Inhale, center. Step out with your left foot for goddess pose. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, lower your arms, shift your right hip out just a little bit. Reach with your left hand over into triangle. And inhale into pyramid. And then inhale into high lunge. And exhale. Inhale over into extended side angle. And exhale. Inhale to the other side for extended side angle. Now your right knee should be bent. Inhale into high lunge. Inhale into pyramid. And exhale. Inhale into triangle. And exhale. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale into goddess. Inhale, feet together and arms together. Exhale to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, step out with your left foot for goddess. Inhale, 5-pointed star. We're gonna go a little faster this time. Exhale into triangle, shifting out your right hip, reaching down with your left arm. Inhale into pyramid. Inhale into high lunge. Inhale into extended side angle over your left knee. Inhale to the other side, extended side angle. And exhale. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale into pyramid. Inhale into triangle. Inhale into 5-pointed star. Exhale into goddess. Inhale, feet together. Exhale to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale to your right. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale. Step out with your left foot for goddess. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale into triangle. Inhale into pyramid. And exhale. Inhale into high lunge. Into extended side angle. Inhale to the other side, extended side angle. Into high lunge. Into pyramid. Open into triangle. Into 5-pointed star. Into goddess. Inhale, feet together. Exhale to your left. Inhale to your right. Inhale. Exhale, hands heart center. Okay, and take your feet out for a straddle, standing straddle fold. And a nice flat back. Inhale, exhale, hinge at your hips, fold over. Try pressing into your mat or floor to see if that's a different stretch sensation for you than just folding over. And take a breath here. And keep your right hand on the mat. Reach up with your left arm for a twist. Exhale your left hand to the mat. Reach up with your right arm. Exhale your right hand to the mat. And walk your hands over towards your right foot or all the way to your right foot. Take a breath. Walk your hands back to center over to your left foot. And walk your hands back to center. And walk your feet back in towards each other about half the distance. And then down, squat into squat or malasana or garland pose. And your heels could be up or on a support if you need them. And press with your elbows out on your knees to really lengthen your spine and breathe. And place your hands on the mat. Press your hips up for forward fold. Walk your feet back closer together. Bend your hips bend your knees if you need to. Flat back, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands heart center. Okay, we're gonna do a short balance sequence. So ground down into your left foot so that you can lift your right foot easily. And just straighten your right leg in front of you. And you can raise your arms for a little support. Stay here for a breath. And on an exhale, lower your leg, but then take it out to the side. And breathe. Lift it a little higher if you can. Then exhale, lower your leg and then take it to the back. Doesn't have to go up very high in the back. Just to test, just a little balance practice. Then exhale your leg back through and up to the front. Maybe a little higher this time. And exhale down to the mat. Now ground down into your right foot so you can lift your left foot. Straighten your leg in front of you. You can use your arms for a little support. And breathe. Exhale, lower your leg down and to the side. Lift it a little higher if you can. And exhale, lower your leg to the mat, down and back to the back. Again, it doesn't have to go very high up. And exhale, bring your leg back through. You can bend your knee and bring it up, or just keep your leg straight. And then exhale down to the mat. Okay, let's come to the top of your mat and come up on your tippy toes and reach for the sky. Exhale on your tippy toes to chair. And then continue sitting down further and further into your chair until you can sit down onto the mat. Then let's do a few back rolls. And on your next back roll, come to stillness in boat pose or Navasana. Whatever's comfortable for you for both. Your knees can be bent, legs straight, whatever it is for you to get a nice little tension in boat pose. A nice flat back, not sinking down. And on an exhale, lower your legs just a little bit. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Stay here for a breath. And exhale, release your legs down and bring your hands back beside the side of your hips again, just a little bit behind them. And press up into reverse plank again, or reverse tabletop, which is here. Whichever's comfortable for you. And take a few breaths here, again, looking at your feet or looking up at the ceiling. And then exhale, lower your hips to the mat and recline for bridge pose. And in bridge pose, you want your heels to almost touch your middle fingers. And we're going to do a few dynamic bridges in the beginning. So on an inhale, we're going to lift our arms over our head and raise our hips for bridge, inhaling up. And exhaling slowly down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. On the next bridge, we're going to hold it for a few breaths. You might not want to raise your arms over your head, but maybe roll your shoulders under your back if that's comfortable. So inhale up. Take a nice few inhales and exhales. On an exhale, if your shoulders are rolled under your back, unroll them. And then lower down very slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Lumbar vertebrae last. And then bring your legs straight up above you for a waterfall. Flex your feet and point your toes. Flex and point. And roll your ankles one direction. Change direction. And come to stillness and try and face the soles of your feet together and away from each other. Together and away. Together and away. Then open your legs into a triangle. Apply a little pressure on the inside of your thighs with your hands. And bring your feet back together and do big slow bicycles, one direction. And change direction. And then come to stillness again, and holding your legs together and your feet together, make small circles, one direction. Your feet and your legs. And change direction. And then come to stillness and give your legs a good shake. And breathe. And come to stillness. Then bend your knees and place your peace fingers between your big toe and your second toe for happy baby. And you can either have bent knees for happy baby or straight legs. You can rock a little or stay still. Take a couple of inhales and exhales. Then bring your knees together and your legs together for hug knees. You can either do a tight hug knees and grasp your elbows with your hands and stay still. Or you can grasp your shins, and then you could do small circles to massage your back. Then come to stillness if you're making circles, and keep your right knee bent and straighten your left leg. I'm going to pull your right knee in towards your chest. And inhale, switch. Right leg straight, left knee bent. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Now keep your left knee bent that you're holding. Bring your right foot in, place it on the mat, and place your left ankle on your right knee for reclining figure 4. Then reach behind either your thigh for reclining figure 4 or through to your shin if you want a little more intensity. And if you're grasping your shin, press your shin up towards the ceiling. If you're grasping behind your thigh, then apply a little pressure with the outside of your left elbow on your left knee to intensify the stretch there. So just determine whichever's comfortable for you. Relax your neck, head on the mat. And flex your feet if you're not already. And breathe. Then release your right foot to the mat and switch. Put your left foot on the mat, right ankle on your left knee. And then reach through either behind your thigh or through to your shin. And if you're grasping your shin, again, press towards the ceiling. If you're grasping your thigh, press with your right elbow against your right knee or right thigh. Decide what's comfortable for you. Then flex your feet if you're not already. Take a few inhales and exhales. Then release your left foot to the mat. Place your right foot on the mat. Then lift your hips up and shift them a little bit to the left and then set them back down on your mat. And straighten your right leg. Take your left knee across your body for a twist. Reach out behind you with your left arm. Lay it on the floor if that's comfortable. We're going to stay here for a few breaths, so make small adjustments. Try and look further back over your left shoulder towards the back of the room. Maybe apply a little bit more pressure on the outside of your left knee with your right hand to increase the twist just a little bit more. Good. On an inhale, roll onto your back. And this time, lift your hips off the mat and shift them to the right just a little bit. And straighten your left leg. Take your bent right knee across your body. Reach out behind, perpendicular to your body with your right arm. And breathe. This time you might want to apply a little pressure on the outside of your right knee with your left hand to increase the twist just a little bit more. Maybe look a little further over your right shoulder. Then roll onto your back again and straighten your legs both full length and your arms over your head. Full length for a nice full body stretch on an inhale. Stretch. And exhale, release. Then position yourself for a short savasana. Maybe just bring your arms down by your side. You could take your arms out and legs out more into a star shape for a yin savasana. Whatever's comfortable for you. Just for a very short savasana. So close your eyes and for just a few moments, try not to think about anything. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Everything's okay. And roll over onto your side. Assimilate your practice. Thank your body for doing yoga today. And then come up into a comfortable seated position. And I hope you feel wonderful and have a great rest of your day. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope to see you again. If you do have time for a little bit more savasana to take for yourself, be 1 minute to 5 minutes to a half hour. I would encourage it. It would be very worth it. But I do hope to see you again, and namaste.